I call the Township of Aleppo workshop meeting of May 13th, 2024 to order at 7 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
President Jones.
Present.
Vice President Williams.
Present.
Commissioner Darrow. Commissioner Haluka. Here. Solicitor Stone.
Here.
Manager Patterson. Here.
Do I hear a motion to approve the April 15th, 2024 legislative meeting minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Old business. We have two candidates tonight. I'm going to ask Manager Patterson to explain what position you're applying for and what it entails.
Sure. So the zoning hearing board is the board that hears requests for variances from the zoning ordinance. They meet as needed, so there's not a set schedule for meeting dates. And it's a three-person board, and they have their own solicitor, and applicants who are seeking variances from the zoning ordinance say they want to build something in a setback, or they want to get relief from something. There are 5 criteria in the MPC that they have to meet that describes what a hardship is, so they have to meet that criteria with their application. They come in here as needed, and the 3 board members act as basically like the judges for this hearing. Members of the zoning hearing board can't serve on any other township position, either staff or volunteer, because they are like a judicial board, so that's why they have their own solicitor, and that's the only position that they serve. So we have 2 sitting members on the zoning hearing board. We have an opening for the 3rd spot, and we do not currently have any variances before the board, so the spot is open, but we don't have any pending applications right now. So are there any questions about it?
We'll wait till after. Former Commissioner Smith, you're in the front rows, so please come to the podium.
Okay.
And if you'd be so kind, introduce yourself in your address.
Yes, I'm Carolyn Smith, and I live at 775 Redgate Road. And I have been a former commissioner between 2002, 3, 4, and 5. And some history, when I was here, I hired the first manager that Aleppo ever had, and we did a lot together. We had Masonic coming in at the time, and that had a lot of zoning issues and had a lot of issues. We had to inspect everything. We had to deal with the heights of buildings, which we increased against the zoning, and had the permission from all the commissioners and everyone. So that was a big job, and it was fun, you know. I enjoyed it so much, and I did a lot of other things. I did something a lot of people didn't like, and that was to release the police because we didn't have any crime. We had no crime at all, and it was costing the township a lot of money. And so we did away with the police, unfortunately, but I think they all ended up well, and one became the judge down in Leesdale, so Mr. Ford. I just, enjoyed all the things that I did here, and I love the community. We've lived here for 24 years. My husband is a faculty member at Pitt and professor. I've been an executive coach for many years. I've also worked in an office as personnel manager. I've been a kindergarten teacher and a health and physical education teacher. So, do you have any questions about me? That the one thing that I was really proud that the people who were on the township did at the time was to just work with the Masonic Village, because we had all this coming into us and all this building, and we had expenses here because of it. And we worked with Masonic Village to give us in lieu of taxes, which they did, and I hope you're still getting that. So that was one thing we were really proud of. We were all proud of that. So do you have any questions that you'd like to ask me?
Does anybody have, thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, and we'll be making a decision at the June legislative meeting.
Okay.
So thank you very much for your interest.
Do you want me to stay for the meeting, or?
Yeah, your choice.
Okay, I'll stay for a while. Thank you.
Thanks. Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jed Michael. I'm a new resident for the last year. I moved to 1222 Glen Mitchell Road, so if you're coming up Glen Mitchell, I am the first new house on the right, the White House.
Glen Minogue.
Glen Minogue, yes. So, a little bit about myself. I'm a 2004 graduate of Quaker Valley. I grew up in Leedsdale, yes.
I just ordered my college transcripts from 1976, so I feel really old right about now.
My mom is Linda Rice. So I think she graduated, I don't know, somewhere in the 70s to do the math. But anyway, graduated, Quaker Valley in 2004. I studied political science at W&J in Washington County, and graduated there in 2008, where I met my lovely wife, Allison. We have 2 children, and then in my work background is I started in property and casualty insurance. I insured the Jim Shorkey Auto Group, and then it was a very good client. Long story, why aren't you here every day? So I've been with the Jim Shorkey Auto Group for 10 years, and I'm the director of operations. So some things that run through me, so corporate strategy, so all of our legal matters. So if you get upset at your car, you'll end up talking to me, because I'll probably solve the issue. All of our insurance. We bought a company called IBIS Emergency Vehicles that services Swickley, services actually Aleppo Volunteer Fire Department.
That's why I looked at you.
Yep, IBIS Emergency Vehicles. I run that company, and then the commercial truck division reports and runs through me. So just looking to be involved in the in the community. A lot of what I do is problem solving, trying to gather as much information on whatever problem sits in front of me to make the best decision or investment, whatever we're working on at the time. Not going to make every employee, not going to make every customer, not going to make every person in the world happy, but you try to do the best you can with the information that you have, and applying both logic and sometimes rules. Sometimes it's insurance coverage, sometimes it's applicable law, sometimes there's a common sense to whatever problem it is, and try to do the best you can and make the right decision at the time. I think that covers my background. My wife and I, we did move away from the community, but my parents live here. They're getting a little bit older. We like to be around. They've lived in the same house in Leedsdale since 1980, and so we moved from Regent Square back to the district. So I don't know if you've run into my dad. His name's Tom Michael. He's been a
Yeah, I was going to ask you, as soon as you said Leedsdale, I thought,
yeah.
I know Tom Michael.
Yeah, he's practicing, attorney forever, been in about 1 million magistrates. Though I study political science, I always say to people at work, I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on TV. I can't charge for my advice, but doing everything I do for as long as I have. Well, sure, well, that, or just gaining all the information I have with our legal counsel at work. So spending a lot of time, again, I'm not a solicitor, I don't have a law degree, but I play one on TV. I spend a lot of time working with it, so, yeah. Any questions for myself?
I'm not there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it very much.
Welcome back to Aleppo.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay, Fire services contract with Aleppo Township Volunteer Fire Company.
So the final version of the contract is in your packet. It is, the terms that are unchanged again from what was discussed and voted on in January. This is just the formal agreement itself. So that will be on the agenda next week for the vote for approval, and then it'll go over to the fire company and the Fire Relief Association. They both have to sign off on the contract.
Any questions? Earth Day 2024 recap, Manager Patterson.
So we had our Earth Day event. It was another success. We got 59 bags of trash. And then we had a bunch of the fun list of miscellaneous things, car parts, a giant headlight, styrofoam, fender, metal pieces, a shovel, pieces of wood, an angel statue, and a bunch of like PennDOT cone bases and things. So just always a random collection of things. We cleaned Deer Run Road, the upper part of Redgate Road, and then down on Glenfield Road, we start down at the exit off of 79 South and work our way forward toward Deer Run Road. I don't know that we got all the way this time, but
Yes,
we got all the way this time. And then we did, well, what our citizen volunteer chairman, Eric Schmidt, he went and did Rockledge. He always goes after the event, takes some supplies and he was on Rockledge, so he does that. So I think we had like 15 volunteers and 4 staff about, so it was a good day. The weather was beautiful.
Did we set a record for material
It
completed?
was not a record in number of bags, but that's because, you know, the first year was the record because
The
it
angel
hadn't been
statue
done.
didn't fit in the bag.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, Upper Deer Run has been quite clean.
you know, I don't know whether maybe you have all the work that PennDOT did on the drainage is maybe, it's been bare, so the trash is more noticeable, so people maybe aren't throwing it out as much, so. Some of the usual suspects we did have to collect, but
Awesome.
it was a good day.
The angel was missing a wing, so she fit in the back.
Thank you for that, and thank you to all that participated.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of forgot. All these meetings are recorded and uploaded to YouTube, so you're now famous. New business.
Too late if you want them changed.
I think everyone has seen the signs, but the Aleppo Township Volunteer Fire Company has an open house, which is always good, this Saturday. I can't remember the exact time, 11 to 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and 11 to, good.
And the address is 131 Weber Road.
And it's a lot of fun for the children in particular because they get to see fire trucks. And a few snacks.
A few snacks.
So please attend if you can. Citizen participation. Is there anything else the two of you would like to say?
No, I really enjoyed being here when I was here, so it was very interesting, and,
Thank you.
yeah. And
Well-
thank you all for spending so much time.
We are going to exit this meeting now and go into executive session
All right.
in light of potential litigation. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Interest is always good.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have come out of executive session at 7:55. Is there any other new business? Therefore, we are adjourned.